All right, 8th graders, today we're going to review evaluating expressions. So remember, an expression can be a combination of different things, different parts of them. These are different terms, each one that's separated by an operation like this. When it's connected with multiplication or division, that's part of a term, and the number in front of the variable, which is our letters, are called coefficients. And remember, if there's no variable, it's a constant. It's just a number. So remember, we're always going to rewrite replacing variables with parentheses. So if we're given this and we're told what they equal, we put parentheses here, and then we're going to place the correct values in each variable and then simplify using our order of operations. Okay? So I'm going to practice about 6 of them from your boom card review today. I want you to make sure you're getting at least 20 correct, and here's 6 of them, so that really makes it 14 out of the 45. So you can go on and practice these a lot if you would like to, but I need you to get at least 20 correct. Okay, so x minus a negative 3 minus y, and these are in parentheses, when x equals negative 5 and y equals negative 1. I shouldn't have closed this. Well, I didn't want you to get too distracted. But remember, we're going to rewrite using parentheses. So I'll open it like that and we'll slide back and forth. So I'm going to rewrite this, and I'm going to put parentheses everywhere there are parentheses, of course, and also where the variable was. Now this parenthesis was an x, so I'm going to replace it with the x value that it gives me. And this parenthesis was a y, so I'm going to replace it with the y variable it gives me. Now I'm going to follow order of operations to complete these. So I have negative 5 minus, and then I have what's in parentheses. So I need to complete this operation inside the parentheses. Negative 3 minus a negative 1. So I'm adding the opposite here. So I have negative 3 plus 1. My signs are different. I find the difference. 3 minus 1 is 2, but my bigger number is negative. So now I have to bring down the rest of my problem here. So now I have negative 5 minus a negative 2. So I have to add the opposite. Now my signs are different, so I'm going to find the difference again. 5 minus 2 is 3, but my bigger number is negative, so my answer is going to be negative. So when we simplify expressions, when we have what the variables equal, we should get a single integer or a single number. Sometimes it won't be a whole or an integer. It might have a decimal with it, I guess. So now, again, we're going to rewrite this with parentheses where the variables were. Where I see an x, I'm going to write 3. Where I saw the y, I'm going to write 5. So this is, I'm going to simplify this fraction. 5 divided by 5 is simply 1. So I'm going to bring down the rest. 3 minus 1 equals 2. That wasn't so bad, right? So it's really important to stay organized because some of these will get a little bit trickier. I'm going to write parentheses for both of them and then the rest down. I'm going to put in my negative 5 where the x was and my 4 where the y was. Alright, so I have negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. I have to do multiplication before addition, even if it wasn't on the left. Negative 20 plus 3, so my signs are different. I'm finding the difference. 20 minus 3 is 17, and my bigger number is negative, so my answer also has to be negative. Alright, go ahead and try this fourth one on your own. Y minus 1 plus x when x equals 4 and y equals 5. Give that a go. Pause your video. Now I'm going to put in parentheses where my variables were, and then I'm going to put in. So now I have addition and subtraction. That's all. So remember, we do addition and subtraction from left to right. So if subtraction's on the left, we're going to do that first. Okay, 5 minus 1 is 4. And I'm bringing down the next step. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Alright, I want you guys to try and give this a go. See what you remember about exponents. Make sure you're pausing your video and you've already completed this. So remember, I'm still going to put in parentheses for my variables. I have a -1 here. I have a 3 here. So I have to do what's in the parenthesis before I can raise it to the third power. So I have -1 plus 3. Our signs are different. I'm finding the difference. 3 minus 1 is 2. And my bigger number is positive, so it's going to stay positive. Now this is to the third power. Is this 2 times 3? No, that would be repetitive addition, but this is repetitive multiplication, which means remember, we're going to write the base number that many times. And then I'm going to put a multiplication sign in between them. So I have 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 equals 8. Alright, try this last one. Pause your video. Get that written down. Y times the quantity of 5 plus z when y equals 6 and z equals 4. Make sure you're pausing your video. So I'm going to start by writing parentheses where I have my variables or my letters. The y is right here, so that's a 6, and the z is right here, so that's a 4. So I have something times whatever this equals, and since it's in parentheses, I have to do it first. If there were no parentheses here, I would have to do the multiplication first, but of course there are parentheses which tell me they want me to do this first. So 5 plus 4 is 9, and then I have 6 times 9, which equals 54. Okay? Hopefully that helps. Make sure you're getting the boom cards done today.